everybody, welcome back to my channel. Yes, different setting, different background. I know, I keep changing them. Anyway, on this setting is going to be looking at a movie called They, Them. It came out, on the 5th of August, and I said I really enjoyed this movie. I think 2022 was the year for horror movies. People really stepped it up. So without wasting any time, let's get right to it.
So the movie starts with the woman driving on the road, swerves off it, notices spikes were placed on the road, gets scared by the moose while she's outside, but then heads back to the car, only to be killed by a masked murderer who obviously placed the spikes there, so it was a trap for her. And we are thrown into the next scene at Whistler Camp where they respect, renew, and rejoice. We meet the camp's director, Owen Whistler, who gives a compelling speech saying, "I can't make you straight. If you're okay with who you are, then power to you. God doesn't hate you. And that is the last time you'll hear me talk about the man upstairs. I'm guessing some of you are here because you are not happy and maybe you want to find a new way of thinking about yourself. Well, we are here, and if not, enjoy the sunshine." So we find out that this is a gay conversion camp, and after the boys and the girls split up into their cabin, Jordan asks, "Where should I go? I'm transitioning into a man." And then he is sent to the boys' cabin. So we meet our protagonist in this group introductory therapy session that they're having. They all introduce themselves and they tell the director why they're here. Most of them were brought here by their parents. Some of them struck deals. And it's Toby, Veronica, Kim, Stu, Gabriel, and Alexandra and Jordan. So, he empathizes with them when he says he understands and he seems compassionate. Late at night, we can see Alexandra creeping to take a shower. She is in the shower, and then somebody walks in, frightening her, just staring at her. And then we find out that Alexandra is actually transitioning to be a woman, but she was born male. So, the director doesn't appreciate this and puts her in the male cabin. And then she is told to dress accordingly, appropriately, switching clothes with Jordan. And then they go outside to do some athletic activities like climbing, tug of war, and other activities. It seems like this place is fun. They're all chilled and relaxed. And they also attend their therapy sessions with the director's wife. And they also do other activities, that don't require them to go outside. It seems like they're now adjusting to this place and everything. It seems fine. It seems like this is a place, where they feel at home. Then troublemaker Alexandra sneaks into the nurse's cabin, tries to steal her medication, but she's caught. But she convinces the nurse to give her the medication because she needs to take it. And then they are summoned late at night by the director, and the director says, "Since we have chained you with your partner, you have to walk 10 minutes with your partner and then stop and spend time with your partner and trust your partner at night." And we can see them partnering up and chatting and trying to get to know each other. And then Jordan and Alexandra actually see a masked man on the hill, but then he quickly disappears. And we can see the reason why they are doing this is that the wife therapist and the activities lady, they actually do this so that they can find out their weaknesses so that they're able to break them down. Now we can see that there's something wrong with this camp. In the morning, they gather back into their cabins. It's therapy time. So now the therapist now uses the information to break Jordan down. And Jordan is obviously upset about this, but Alexandra just brushes it off and says, "You need to be kinder to yourself. Change the voices in your head, make them like you instead." And then she starts singing Effin' Perfect, the song by Pink, and everybody is joining in. And after experiencing the therapy that they had today, they feel like they need to just chill out and relax, and they're having a good time. But then the director is looking on, really not happy about it. It's almost like he doesn't like the fact that they're there singing. So Jordan sneaks into the director's office and finds evidence that this camp is actually abusing these children. So they know the bad stuff is yet to come. Balthazar, who is the handyman around here, he is killed by the mask murderer, and Sarah, the activities director, seduces Kim while they were doing an activity on baking a pie. She compliments her first, and then now she tries to seduce her. Now we see that the management is actually trying to taunt them or toy with them, hence with the therapy sessions when they are drilling into their weaknesses. And we can see more evidence of this because Owen Whistler now summons the boys to a shooting range, and he explains that genetically men are actually hunters, and so when they're surprised when they see that Jordan's actually good at shooting. And then the athletics director actually challenges him for like a shootout. And then when she challenges him, Jordan actually excels and actually does way better. And then because of this, now the director gets upset and then charges at Toby and demands that he shoots a dog. But Jordan gets to the rescue and actually shoots the dog. So now we see that the camp is actually psychologically damaging them or taunting them in a way. Kim talks to Veronica about her experience, and Jordan talks to the others about what the evidence that he found in the director's office. Gabriel seduces Stu, and actually they lay. And after that, he finds out the hard way that Gabriel actually was selling him out because of he's now strapped in a chair and now he's going to get shock therapy. There's a TV there. If there's a male picture, he gets shocked. If there's a female picture, he doesn't get shocked. So they send him to the nurse's office after torturing him. But the nurse asks what happened, and then she is told to mind her own business. And we can see Gabriel isn't just some kid. He actually works for the management. And then I would like to add that when they were shocking him, they actually made an example of the athletics director saying that he also was like that, but then the shock treatment helped him. I totally disagree. And we can see them laying in bed together, the management, and they get killed by the mask murderer. And then after that, we can see actually Gabriel being frightened finding Balthazar's body in the lake. He's also captured. He's also shocked like Stu was. It's almost like a revenge. You can see the mass murderer standing there in front of the TV, and then he shocks him to death. Yeah, totally messed up. So when Veronica and Kim walk into the cafeteria area, they discover the bodies of athletics activities director Gabriel and Balthazar. They've all been murdered. So they gather up outside. They have an action plan. They can see that there's somebody killing them. And then the director orders his wife to go get guns. And then Alexandra actually offers to take the rest of the kids out to town so that they can escape this. And Jordan actually hides in the closet while observing who's coming into the room, but is frightened to see the director's wife, the therapist, and her throat is slit. Serves you right, girl. Never liked you. And we can see the mask killer pointing a knife at Owen Whistler, the director, and reveals that it is Nurse Molly. But she says her name is not Molly, and she was mistreated at this camp, and now this is like a revenge thing because of after attending the camp, she was miserable. And then they tussle, they fight, Owen and Molly, and then Jordan holds the gun and Fake Nurse tells him to shoot, but he disagrees. He says he won't join the hatred. But the nurse impales him on a statue, killing Owen Whistler. And then we dive off to the next scene and they are having a conversation like, we can kill them all. We can keep going. There are many places like this. And then Jordan says, we are going to go and then we're going to live our lives and never let people like them tell us who we are. And she walks out, and Fake Nurse is now arrested, of course, for the crime. And it seems as though the group is, learned something. They're emancipated by the situation and they will be themselves
That
onwards.
was my ending explaining. ending explained of they them. Like, share, and subscribe. I really need subscribers, guys. Like, I really do. Please subscribe. And yeah, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. My Instagram is popping, by the way. So yeah, room for rewinds, and I'll see you next time. Bye.